Chosen one, if you are hearing this right now, understand something deep in your spirit. Your life has never been random. The battles you faced, the heaviness you carried, the isolation you felt, none of it was accidental. You were born into a bloodline that carried spiritual weight, generational patterns and cycles that repeated for decades. And from the moment you arrived, something in the unseen world shifted. You have always felt watched, monitored, targeted, not because you did anything wrong, but because you carry something powerful, something your ancestors never possessed. You were born with a light that agitates darkness, a purpose that threatens generational strongholds, a spiritual authority that cannot be ignored. Before you awakened, the forces assigned to your bloodline hoped you would stay blind, distracted, or broken, like the ones who came before you. But the moment you began to see the truth, the moment you started breaking patterns, healing wounds, and elevating your mind, everything changed. Your awakening activated a war. This message is not for everyone. This is for the one in the family who thinks differently, feels deeper, sees clearer, and rises higher. The one who doesn't fit the mold. The one who questions what others accept. The one who has chosen to confront what everyone else avoided. In this video, you will discover why the generational force assigned to your bloodline fears you, why your awakening shook the foundation of everything darkness tried to control, and by the end, you will understand the real reason you were chosen, the power you carry, and the destiny you are stepping into. Chosen one, this message is your confirmation. You were born to end what began long before you. Chapter 1. The battle started before you were born. Chosen one, before you took your first breath, a war was already unfolding in the unseen realm, a war over your bloodline. You didn't enter a neutral family line. You were born into generational patterns, cycles, and spiritual battles that have existed for decades, even centuries. What you walked into was not random, it was inherited, but you were sent to end it. Your ancestors fought silent battles. Some fell, some survived. Some carried wounds they never healed from. Others accepted darkness as normal because no one told them they had the authority to break it. They lived through struggles, addictions, trauma, poverty mindsets, emotional wounds, and patterns of pain that repeated like a script passed down from one generation to the next. Then you arrived, and everything changed. From childhood, you felt a weight you couldn't explain. You sensed emotions that weren't yours. You carried burdens that didn't belong to you. Even before you understood spiritual things, you knew there was something different about your life story. This wasn't because you were weak. It was because you were chosen to confront what everyone before you was crushed by. The forces assigned to your bloodline recognized your arrival immediately. They saw a child who would one day carry wisdom beyond their years. They saw someone who would rise in awareness, strength, and spiritual clarity. They saw someone who would question the cycles others blindly followed. They saw a light powerful enough to expose everything they tried to hide. This is why you experienced early spiritual pressure. This is why your childhood had moments of unexplained heaviness. This is why you were often isolated, misunderstood, or treated differently, even within your own family. Your presence disrupted things long before you understood your purpose. Chosen one, the battle started before you were born, because your destiny began before you entered this world. You were marked, not by the wounds of your ancestors, but by the assignment to break them. Your life was never an accident. Your struggles were never punishment. They were confirmation that you were born into a battlefield where your victory would shift generations. You are not just another member of your family. You are the one the generational darkness hoped would never awaken. You are the one your ancestors prayed for. You are the one destiny has been waiting on. This is why the battle began before you even knew who you were. Because the moment you were born, the cycle was already breaking. Chapter 2. Your fall was a setup for your rise. Chosen one, listen closely. The moments you call mistakes were never the end of your story. They were the beginning of your awakening. Every time you slipped, every time you wandered into places you knew weren't meant for you, something deeper was happening. God wasn't abandoning you. He was allowing you to taste the roads that could never hold your destiny. He let you walk through shadows so you'd understand the value of light. There were seasons when you felt disconnected from yourself, when guilt pressed heavy on your chest, when you questioned your own worth. You asked, Why would God allow me to become this? Why would He watch me fall? But what you didn't know then is what you're beginning to understand now. Your fall was the training ground for your future elevation. Chosen one, the guilt you carried taught you humility. The consequences you faced taught you wisdom. The people you encountered in your lowest season gave you compassion you never had before. You don't walk past broken people with judgment. You feel their pain because you've lived it. That is something only experience could teach. God wasn't punishing you. He was protecting the version of you that would emerge later. The enemy thought those sins would destroy you, but all they did was expose the parts of you God intended to heal. Your struggle revealed your strength. Your weakness awakened your dependence on something greater than yourself. In your darkest moments, when you thought you were the farthest from God, He was actually closest. He was watching, guiding, redirecting you even when you resisted. Nothing you went through was wasted, not the confusion, not the mistakes, not the heartbreak. Every moment carried purpose. Every moment carried direction. And now, as you step into clarity, you start to see it. The fall wasn't your failure. The fall was your foundation. Chosen one, you're rising now. Not because you were perfect, but because you were chosen. Chapter 3. Your pain activated your spiritual authority. Chosen one, there are parts of you that could only be awakened through struggle. You didn't know it then, but every painful chapter of your life was unlocking something divine within you. The heartbreak that shattered you, the betrayal that confused you, the mistakes that embarrassed you, those were the very moments that ignited the gifts you carry now. You see, comfort never activates purpose. Ease never awakens power. It was the pressure that pushed you into spiritual awareness. It was the loneliness that sharpened your intuition. It was the disappointment that trained your discernment. The very things you begged God to remove were the tools He used to shape your spiritual authority. Chosen one, think about it. You don't pray the same way you used to. You don't see people the way you once did. You don't move through life with the same blindness. Every wound taught you to watch with your spirit, not just your eyes. Every setback forced you to listen to the inner voice that was guiding you long before you recognized it as guidance. Your pain gave you access to realms of understanding that people who never struggled will never comprehend. You understand depths of emotion that most avoid. You sense energy, intentions, and motives without needing anyone to explain. You can feel danger before it appears. You can sense blessings before they arrive. This is not random, this is not accidental. This is the result of pain refining your spiritual senses. Chosen one, the very things that once broke you are now the things that empower you. Your compassion is sharper because you've been hurt. Your wisdom is deeper because you were lost. Your strength is greater because you were weak. This is why you walk with an authority you can't always explain, because it was forged in fire. Others may wonder how you survived what should have destroyed you. They may question your resilience or your clarity, but only you and God know the truth. Your pain was not punishment. It was preparation. It activated the gifts, the insight, and the spiritual confidence you now carry. So stand tall, chosen one. You didn't just overcome, you transformed. Your pain didn't just pass. It shaped you into someone unstoppable. Chapter 4. Your awakening exposed the enemy's plans. Chosen one, the moment you began to awaken, everything around you changed. People you trusted shifted. Environments you once felt comfortable in suddenly felt heavy. Old habits no longer satisfied you. This wasn't random. Your awakening exposed things that were hidden in plain sight. When you were spiritually asleep, the enemy had an easier time distracting you, confusing you, and pushing you toward what was never meant for you. But the moment your mind opened and your spirit sharpened, you began to see the truth behind people's actions, intentions, and energy. And trust me, the enemy felt that shift before you did. Chosen one, you started noticing patterns. You sensed when someone wasn't genuine. You picked up on conversations meant to discourage you. You felt when someone was threatened by your growth. That wasn't paranoia, it was revelation. Your awakening allowed you to discern what was once hidden. This is why certain people suddenly became uncomfortable around you. Your presence began to expose their motives. Your spiritual clarity uncovered their masks. Without saying anything, without confronting anyone, your awakening brought light to the darkness around you, and darkness can't stand exposure. Chosen one, Understand this. Once you awaken, you cannot go back to who you were. You can't unsee what you've seen. You can't ignore what your spirit reveals. Your awareness is a gift, but it also comes with responsibility. The responsibility to protect your energy, guard your purpose, and stay aligned. Your awakening disrupted the enemy's plans. Everything meant to hold you back suddenly stopped working. Manipulation lost its power. Fear lost its grip. Temptation lost its appeal. You broke the cycle without even realizing it. This is why you feel spiritually sensitive now. This is why your dreams have become vivid. This is why your spirit reacts to environments faster than your mind can process. You are no longer walking blindly. You are walking with divine clarity. Chosen one, your awakening is not just about seeing the truth. It's about becoming the truth. It's about standing in your calling, recognizing your worth, and refusing to be controlled by anything that once weakened you. The enemy is uncomfortable because you woke up. And now, chosen one, nothing can stop you from stepping into who you were always meant to be. Chapter 5. Your strength terrifies the darkness. Chosen one, you may not fully realize it yet, but your strength is not just physical or emotional, it is spiritual. And that spiritual strength is the very reason darkness fears you. The enemy is not intimidated by your past. He is not intimidated by your mistakes. He is terrified of what you are becoming, because the strongest version of you is rising, and nothing can stop it. From the day you were born, there was something different about you. You didn't fit in with the crowd. You always felt set apart. You carried a resilience that others couldn't explain. Even in your lowest moments, even when life knocked you down, something inside you refused to break. That something is the divine strength placed in you long before you understood your calling. Chosen one, notice how every season that was supposed to destroy you ended up shaping you. Every betrayal toughened your spirit. Every heartbreak sharpened your discernment. Every loss pushed you closer to your purpose. You aren't strong because life was easy. You are strong because you survived what would have destroyed most people. You developed a spiritual backbone through battles you never asked for. And that's why darkness trembles when you rise. You're not easily manipulated. You don't fall for the same traps. You no longer respond to old temptations. You now see the enemy's tricks before they unfold. Your strength comes from wisdom, experience, and spiritual awakening, and that combination is unstoppable. Chosen one, understand something powerful. Darkness only attacks what threatens it. If you were weak, quiet, confused, or spiritually blind, the enemy wouldn't care. But because you are stepping into clarity, purpose, and alignment, the enemy is losing control. That's why you feel spiritual pressure. That's why certain people suddenly turn cold. That's why you face resistance right when you try to elevate. It's not because you're cursed, it's because you're a threat. Your strength exposes weakness. Your light exposes lies. Your presence disrupts chaos. And that is something darkness can't tolerate. But here's the true reason your strength terrifies the enemy. You don't even know how powerful you really are. You don't see what heaven sees in you. You don't see the anointing that surrounds you. You don't see how many battles you've already won. Yet even at half awareness, even without fully understanding your potential, you're still a force that darkness can't control. Imagine what will happen when you fully step into your identity. Imagine when you fully believe in your purpose. Imagine when you walk with the confidence of someone who knows they are chosen. Chosen one, your strength isn't loud. It's not boastful. It's not aggressive. Your strength is spiritual. It's silent but undeniable. It's the kind of strength that shakes atmospheres, shifts energy, and breaks generational chains. You are the chosen vessel, meant to destroy what once destroyed your bloodline. And that is why darkness fears your awakening. Chosen one, you are rising. And the enemy knows. Your strength is only the beginning. Chapter 6. You are becoming what your bloodline never had. Chosen one, by now, you've started to sense it. You are becoming something your entire bloodline has never seen before. You are breaking patterns, cycles, and limitations that generations before you were trapped in. And this transformation is not accidental. It is the very reason you were chosen. You weren't selected because you were the strongest, holiest, or most perfect. You were chosen because you were willing to change, willing to grow, willing to face the darkness that everyone else avoided. While others repeated the same mistakes, you stopped and asked, why? While others accepted the cycle, you felt a deep calling to rise above it. Chosen one, your journey has not been easy because you are carrying the weight of what others could not heal. The emotional wounds, the generational fears, the silence, the pain, the spiritual heaviness, none of it began with you, but it will end with you. And that is why your path has been so intense. You are the first in your lineage to question toxic patterns, the first to walk away from destructive habits, the first to awaken spiritually, the first to refuse to be controlled by fear, doubt, or manipulation. Chosen one, you are becoming the blueprint, someone your future generations will study, honor, and thank. And even though you may feel isolated at times, understand this. Isolation is often the birthplace of transformation. You're not just changing your life, you are rewriting the spiritual DNA of your family. This is why your battles felt heavier. This is why your pain felt deeper. You weren't just fighting for yourself, you were fighting for those who came before you and those who will come after you. You are the generational warrior, the spiritual repairer, the one strong enough to confront what everyone else hid from. Chosen one, your growth is already shifting the atmosphere around you. Opportunities that never existed before are opening. Strength you never knew you had is revealing itself. Wisdom you didn't study for is rising within you. This is the mark of someone who is breaking old chains and creating new paths. And even though the journey has been lonely, remember this: you are not alone. You are simply the first to awaken, the first to see, the first to rise. Chosen one, you are becoming what your bloodline prayed for, but couldn't become. You are the answer. You are the shift. You are the breakthrough. And your transformation has only just begun. Chapter 7, The Throne Awaits You. Chosen one, you have fought battles that no one saw, resisted attacks that no one understood, and endured trials that tested every part of your spirit. All of this was not to break you, but to prepare you for what comes next, your throne. Yes, the throne that has been reserved for you in the spiritual realm, the place of authority, influence, and dominion that you were created to occupy. The enemy knows the weight of your assignment. That is why the pressure was constant, why the warfare felt personal, why every temptation seemed tailored just for you. But each struggle, each encounter, was a lesson in preparation. The throne is not given to the one who desires it the most. It is claimed by the one who endures, obeys, and stands when others fall. And you, chosen one, have proven that you will not bow. Your throne is not about comfort. It is about responsibility. It is about the ability to govern your life, your destiny, and the spiritual territory assigned to you. This is why you have been marked by revelation, refined by resistance, and elevated through obedience. Every prophetic dream, every angelic encounter, every whisper of clarity you received has been a blueprint guiding you to this moment. Chosen one, the throne is also a mantle. It is a symbol of your authority over the demonic, your mastery over fear, and your dominion over the generational strongholds that once held your family captive. You are stepping into a position that requires courage, wisdom, and faith beyond what the world can see. But remember, the throne does not remove your humanity. It amplifies your spiritual identity. You are not alone on it. You are seated with heaven's approval, guided by angelic hosts, and empowered by the Spirit of God. This is why you must not shrink. Do not doubt your calling. Do not settle for less than the authority that has been prepared for you. Every moment of suffering, every season of isolation, every trial that felt unfair was a stepping stone to this divine placement. The throne awaits, chosen one, but it will not be taken passively. You must rise, speak, declare, and walk into it with confidence. Your obedience has been your weapon, your faith, your shield, and now your authority will be your crown. Step boldly, command the darkness to flee, establish your spiritual dominion, protect your peace. And know this, the throne is not just yours to sit on, it is yours to rule. Chosen one, the war has prepared you, the fire has refined you, and now the throne calls. Walk into it. Your destiny has arrived. Conclusion. Chosen one, your dominion is here. Chosen one, the journey you have walked was never meant to be easy, but it was always meant to be purposeful. Every battle, every spiritual encounter, Every night of doubt and every moment of testing has prepared you for the authority you now hold. You were chosen not to survive, but to conquer, not to follow, but to lead, not to be hidden, but to shine with a light so bright that darkness cannot stand in its presence. The demon you were assigned to confront was never the true enemy. It was a mirror, a test, a signpost pointing toward your throne. Every attack, every temptation, every cycle of warfare was shaping you into a vessel that carries divine authority. A spiritual weapon capable of reclaiming territories, breaking generational chains, and rewriting the destinies of those who come after you. You have passed the test, chosen one, and now the spirit realm recognizes your power. Your throne is real, and it comes with responsibility. It demands vigilance, wisdom, obedience, and faith. But you are equipped. The armor of God surrounds you. Angelic hosts watch over you, and the Spirit of the Most High guides your every step. You do not walk alone. Every prophetic dream, every spiritual insight, every word of encouragement you have received has been a preparation for this moment. Do not underestimate your voice, your prayers, or your obedience. These are not mere actions. They are weapons. They open doors, close strongholds, and establish your authority in the unseen realm. The darkness fears you because you carry a frequency that disrupts its plans, a mantle that overrides its assignments, and a spirit that refuses to bow. Remember this, chosen one, the battles you fought were necessary, but your victory has unlocked something far greater. You are no longer just a participant in spiritual warfare. You are a commander, a guardian, a deliverer. Your life is a testimony that God's plan is perfect, that no suffering is wasted, and that obedience brings dominion. Walk boldly into your assignment. Guard your peace, protect your authority, speak with power, pray with conviction, fast with discipline, worship with abandon, and know that every step you take in alignment with heaven strengthens your dominion and expands your influence. Chosen one, the war is not over, but your victory has been assured. The throne is yours. Your dominion has begun. Step into it with courage, faith, and unwavering obedience, and watch how heaven moves through you to conquer darkness, bring freedom, and fulfill the divine purpose written into your soul. You were chosen for this moment. You were prepared for this authority. Now rise, command, and reign.